Hi guys, before starting the speech, I want to show you guys a survey that from Chinese families, and which is a tracking survey from 2010 to 2018, covering many Chinese families that indicates the depression shows a significant increase. So when you search about the Google's of definition of some of very common mental illness like depression, they may tell you that is the mild depression is wanting to cry, hopeless, and having some change of eating habits or easily to be angry. Conversely, when you feel that you have the symbolize, you add the keyword to the searching engines, and they will lead you to a test called depression test. And when you actually open the test site, you are already mentally suggesting that you have the possibility to get the mental illness. So you go into the anxious and panics, and you mistake that for a deeper depression reaction, but it's not exist actually. Of course, here am I not suggestion that all the patients who are judged to be depression or overall mentally ill are false and psychological suggestible. My point is that for not so well populated psychologies, it is easy for that people to be fell into the track of psychological suggestion of mental illness. Sadness and depression is actually inevitable. And if you see the movies of Disneyland, there's a movie called Inside Out. It's a really good movie. You know that sadness is actually very important. You may feel anxious or easily angered, perhaps because you are experiencing something quite bad. For example, you feel in love, or you feel an exam such as those simple stuff in your life, and actually changing your mood. But depressions and other disorders can only occur if they only last at least 2 weeks or a month. So this is my first point. If you are not enough prevalence of mental illness, people can easily misperceive their negative emotions through internet, which is lead to a bad circles of more anxious. The second point is that we should take it easy when someone is really affected with mental illness and experience the disease right now, either internally or emotionally, because mental illness is actually also a disease and need to be treated in hospital. Nowadays, the attitude towards mental illness is one of the isolated and distancing because of the social environment, resulting in the patients who really need a mental illness treatment not staring to their face their condition, which lead to a deteriorations in two-way bar. The normal people who don't have any mental illness but not popular with this sense of knowledge, they actually track into the whirlpool of having mental illness. The mental ill, on the other hand, are delay the treatment because of the lack of prevalence of mental illness in this journal environment. For example, I was diagnosed with PTSD and range of others illness when I was in middle school. My family treated this as a unfamiliar term, and they probably heard this in the first time of their life. So the first suggestion they do is with shame, and secondly, they feel an incident, and they feel like I was living in a really happy life with a really great family, and how can I get this mental illness? See, that is the happiness with mental illness and not prevalence what it need to be. What could be an original PTSD illness to be directly to a depersonalizations. I understand that my mom and dad they don't know any about this, so is lead to a delay of treatment. I was lucky that I did not receive treatment in time, but I was cured. I share this experience to show that not because I want to say about myself, but I really want to help that people to not miss out the best treatment opportunities for themselves or their families. That's why the popularities of mental illness is very important. Also, if you are patient with a experienced mental health illness, I hope you facing yourself and go to the hospital to get a treatment. And if you are in a low point of your life, you feel sadness, I hope you can do something happiness to replace this sadness. And if you are surrounded by people with mental illness, I hope you will not judge them with subjective judgment and give them a little tolerance. Thank you.